rookies, this is day 82 of me playing chess every day until I reach the rapid rating of 2500. So here we go. We have the game, we have the white pieces once again. Of course I will play pawn to e4 here. We are unfortunately playing against a lower 1800 rated opponent, but it will be a fair fight, I think. So we get the Sicilian defense, excuse me. I will play my Aliapin Sicilian with pawn to c3 here, trying to get the full center here. Black has many options, but only two moves are good here: knight f6 or d5. My opponent plays g6, which is okay. I will still play here d4, bishop g7, and knight f3 is like +1 for white. If I don't, if I remember correctly, now knight f3 needs already like +1 here. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but still, this is very nice position. This bishop is just terrible. Looking into these pawns here. Um, Now you have to play like e6, 97 castles, or f5 at some moment. But I will just develop with bishop c4 castles, bishop e3. Nothing special. I think I'm pretty fine. You play knight f6 here, which endorses the move pawn to e5 here, and after knight to d5, the move bishop c4, knight b6 though. I might as well sack the bishop and then knight f6 and there, and queen f3. Rook f8 though, nothing special for me. But I have to defend this e4 pawn, so I guess the best way is just to push it. I don't think there is anything else to do here. Knight here and maybe even c4, knight b6, and like d5 looks completely overwhelming. d6 and just takes. I will push with d5. If the knight goes to d5, then I will start calculating the move pawn to c4 here, which looks pretty insane to me, but it looks insane in a good way of meaning of a meaning. So c4, you could go knight c7. I still play d5, e6, d6 wins the game probably. Yeah, the knight is trapped. Knight a6 is probably the only move there, but so c4. If you play knight b4, then I play a3, knight here. Oh, but then the pawn is hanging on e5. So here, knight b4. I guess I still just play d5 and then like a3. c4 looks kinda nice here, I think. Maybe it's not the correct way of playing, but I think it is. We have to calculate few more things like knight b6 here, d5, queen c7 attacking the pawn. I can push with d6, so this is good. And then this king is getting mated, so I'll just push with c4. And when you get hit with c4 on the fourth move of the game, and you will just lose the game if you don't play exactly as you should, then you start thinking if you have made the right decision in the opening, and putting the knight on f6 was definitely not the correct decision. But after c3 here, knight f6 is actually the best and the most common way of playing. But after g6, d4, bishop g7, and knight f3, you cannot really play knight f6 anymore, because c4 is just overwhelming, and your bishop is dead here. I have all the development in the world. I have easy moves. I will move the knight, f4, f5. What will you do? What is your plan in the position is my question for you. It's very hard to figure out a plan. I will also develop the knight to c3, go to b5. If the queen comes to d6 after d6 and takes. Also queen a4 if the knight go to I guess the best move is to play knight c7 here. And after e4, e6, for example, d4, and there is a move knight f6 there, we come to pretty same variation. You play knight b4 actually, which still looks. I mean, this is free pawn, yeah. But it was also after d4 and bishop d7. This is still a free pawn, but now it looks more free if we put it that way. But queen c7, I guess, is just a fork on the pawns. I think just d4 here is good enough. a3 knight c6 is, I think, good for black, because if I play d5 takes and bishop takes, I think I don't have enough compensation. I have f4, nothing else though. I will just play d5, queen c7, and d6 wins the game. Here d6, I just take it like this, and probably queen takes, and then a3 knight a6 doesn't look that good. Also, this opens up the diagonal for the king. Maybe you should just castle here and be. But after bishop e3, it's kind of hard to defend this pawn if not with d6. But after d6, you're not really threatening to take here because the c5 is hanging as well. You after excuse me, what did I do? Nothing. So yes, I was saying that bishop e3, d6. You are not really threatening to take with the bishop either, because knight takes, pawn takes, and bishop takes on c5 is just overwhelming. So you play d6 anyway. Now I think just bishop e3 is a good move. If takes, takes. That's the idea. Queen a5 though. So bishop e3, queen a5 is um, the part I'm worried about. But simply knight c3, I'm fine there. I'm kind of sacrificing the pawn after queen a5. But it's very hard to hold on to it. Yeah. Pawn takes here. I mean, come on, really? Just a3. Oh, I'm not threatening to take. a3 now. There is knight a6. Mm, e6, pawn takes, bishop takes is there. So um, doesn't look bad after knight g5. Doesn't look bad, but there is bishop to f5, which just ruins the day for me. Um, here, and then knight g5. There is just castles, I think. Not good. Takes was my um instinct before, and if pawn takes, then I can just continue developing, maybe with a3, and then knight 3, and then bishop d3 and castles. If queen takes, knight 3 anyway. I'm going to b5. I think just takes, eh? Maybe there was bishop e3 as well. If you take with the queen, then c5 is very weak, and after bishop e3, knight c3, knight b5, you're probably losing this pawn. So I will play knight c3 now. If bishop takes, I'm probably just winning, because I mean, these light squares here, these dark squares around the king are very weak out of the bishop, without the bishop, excuse me. But if you don't take, well, I'm such an idiot. Fortunately, I have resources to stop this. Um, but I forgot about this idea. Just stupidness, completely insane. Now I have to do this. Yeah. Here I shouldn't have played 93. I should have just played a3 and then continue developing. But now I just blundered this idea of a fork. What can I possibly do now? Knight b5. You play queen d7 is the best move, definitely. Um, I'm not willing to sacrifice any material, so just knight a3. But this is so bad. Well, I hate position. I hate my position right now. Can't do anything else. I'll try to calculate for a few moments, but I completely blundered bishop f5. And I do blunder this kind of tactic a lot in, like, what is it? Alien defense, yes. But I have my own ideas, yeah? Here and then here with this fork idea, but knight c2, king somewhere. Knight b5 is the only move, and then we'll see. If queen d8, I think I have some chances of playing queen a4 perhaps, but probably not because just castles or knights too. So bad. I will have to play knight a3 and will have to grind this into like a pretty bad middle game where I will be worse. Um, I don't care though. I will still probably try to outplay my opponent here because I am a higher rated player. Um, I mean we'll see. There is knight c2 here, but I didn't calculate it because at least I can take here, yeah. And then takes with check, and it's not that bad. It is bad, but not completely lost. So play queen d7 here, which is the best move I think. Queen f4 is still possible. Knight c2, king d2. Here check. Here I take and take the rook. My knight is getting trapped though. Is there like anything else? No, I have to play knight d3 here. Defending the threat. There is knight d3. I'm just kidding. Um, I will just develop with bishop e2 and castles. And then maybe like knight h4, and this bishop will be trapped now. So this will happen probably. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe some knight c2 ideas. Of course, when the bishop gets traded and the queen moves off the diagonal, we will see. Of course, I'm still trying to play for a win in this position. It doesn't look great though. Just play like b5 here, and after b5, I'm probably just completely lost. Um, b5, cb5 is forced, I think. Although it's not, I can play like knight h4, takes and take with the bishop. But then e6. E6 here looks completely overwhelming. After e6, what can I do? I can take, and then this happens and bishop takes. And knight c2 doesn't look that bad. And bishop d2, rook e1 and b3. Bishop b3 and the other rook comes to e1. We'll see. We will see how the game will go. Castles for black here is just perfectly fine. After bishop e2 and then e6, I can take and maybe take with the bishop back on d1. If like castles here, bishop e2, e6 takes, queen takes, and bishop takes on d1 takes. The pawns don't hang it, so I will castle, play like knight c2, maybe b3. Bishop e2, of course. Now after castle is it's not forced, but I guess it's the best move, so I just played it. I will also try to push my opponent down on the clock. We'll see. I will just check what is my opponent's blitz rating here. Just a second. Um, so yes, my opponent's blitz rating is 1400. That means that if I get him in the time scramble, I should be able to win. You play e6. Yes, I thought about it. I can just take it. I could push d6 here. Ha, maybe that's okay. But b2 is hanging. Also allowing this to happen. Not great, I will just take it. mean, yes, what can I do? Ooh, you take with the queen, so you are ready to fight on. I love this energy, but I don't think it's good. Take with the queen here. I will just castle now. Walking into a lot of knight jumps. Um, into some forks here. I mean, this looks potentially very dangerous. After rook e1, maybe bishop d3, then takes here, queen takes. Ugh. I wouldn't go into this. I really wouldn't. If I would be black, I would just take and say that I'm better in an endgame. But here, I don't think black is anywhere near being better. He has an active knight, and before has an active bishop, has another active bishop, but knight b5. I mean, you have to develop this knight at some point. After knight d7, I just play rook e1. You have to move your queen probably. Um, I'm getting developed. I'm getting some initiative. Maybe after bishop e3 and threatening to take. Bishop f3 coming for the rook. I have a lot of ideas here. We're both down to 9 minutes. I will try to push my opponent down on the clock because, yes, as I mentioned, he is a very bad blitz player. My blitz rating is near 2000, so I think I'm better off in a time scramble. Knight c6 is a very good move, but what can I say? What to do now? Rook e1 probably. After rook e8 and bishop d3, rook takes d3 is very good. I wouldn't do that. Uh, my queen is. I'm not that great as I thought I was. Hmm. Knight here, rook d8 and queen e1. Nah, not that bad, yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I shouldn't spend too much time here. Hmm. I will play knight h4. I hope I'm not blundering something like this. Maybe I am blundering knight d4 here. Takes, there is check, this doesn't work, of course it doesn't. There is queen a4. No, queen e1 blunders rook e8. Have to, oh no, but queen a4 blunders the bishop. Bishop d2 blunders the b2 and I'm completely lost here. Queen e1 has to be played, but then what, yeah? I'm just lost here, what can I say? I thought I was fine, but I'm not. Unfortunately. Knight h4 was a huge blunder. If I can only lose one pawn or maybe two, I should be okay in the time scramble because my opponent is a really bad blitz player. But just 94 here wins probably. 94 wins an exchange. Maybe it doesn't because of bishop d1. There is just rook e8. Winning everything. Have bishop f3. Queen moves. Well, is my queen getting... No, wait. If I play bishop f3 then this is just... Ay, ay, ay. Have to take it. No, but this just loses the bishop. I'm just completely lost. What can I do here? Bishop e3. Bishop e2. I resign. Oh, but this only loses an exchange, huh? Bishop g5, I think, just loses the game. I have to play bishop e3, blundering an exchange here. What can I say? No, because here I think knight h4 was a blunder. Ooh, there is knight b5 actually. Wait a second. Now this is getting kind of interesting. Now I'm not that bad, I think. I will just lose a pawn probably. No, I'm just still losing because um, my knight is getting trapped, I think. Bishop a1, knight c7 and knight e8, and simply bishop back to e5, my knight is trapped. That's just the truth. So maybe after bishop a1, queen a1, and bishop h6 or something. But the position is complicated. So I don't even care. The position is complicated. You play rook d7, which is kind of weird. I mean, I get it. Rook d1 takes, just takes. I'm threatening 97 again. And if not, then queen b3 and a6, and a3 and knight a6, I think. And then my position is not that bad. Also, here is hanging at some moment, but this is still hanging on e2 as well. So I mean, I'm of course lost by the computer, but I don't care. I mean, wait, what is this? Why is my queen trapped? Why is my queen trapped? Why is my queen trapped? I just lost the queen. I cannot move it here because of the rook. I cannot move it here due to the bishop. I have to do this. Here, it's not that bad. You will see. I mean, I will be down 2 points of material at the end of the sequence, I think, which is not that horrible. It is, but not that bad. Now rook d2. Oh, but still 97 is there. Wait a second. Maybe I will also be fine. I'm attacking here, and I'm threatening 97. Maybe it's not that bad. After all. You can only save one threat at the time. But your bishop is also getting trapped. I mean, your knight is getting trapped. Maybe I will be winning after a sequence. Maybe. I mean, there is no bishop c3. I just take it, and then your knight is trapped. We will see what will happen. And you take on g2. Hmm. Okay. King takes. Queen g6, I guess. Oh no, but queen g6 I go here, and then yeah, this is just completely better for me. You go here. What about bishop f3 here? Hmm. Oh, then queen takes. But here then there is king h8. Threatening mate. Here, let's say. I can still take here. Oh no, yes I can. I'm not blundering the pawn. Oh, but if oh, there is 96 as well. If you take here 96, wins a rook, I think. Ooh. I don't think that's that bad. I think I take here, then I'm fine. I think. Also, like this is not that bad for me, and take on a7 and take on c6 back, and my opponent is bad at blitz, so oh, I forgot about this. He's defending, and I'm just losing now. Of course I am. There is still 96 here, and then take here and do this. Also, king h1 is that very good move. Threatening rook g1, winning the game on the spot. Here, oh, but it's not. But I go here, so it's kind of very strong. I think I'm still threatening to win the game because I take here, and this is made. I will play king h1. I don't care. Oh, f4. And my bishop is trapped as well. What the fuck? f4, rook g1, and then like rook d5. Bishop c3 here, knight c3, queen c3, rook g1, king f8. You go here, which is weird. It doesn't do anything. It just loses probably the game. I take. I think this is forced lost. If you go to f8, it loses. If you go here, it's not that bad, but still very. Oh, but it is fine. Yes, of course you find it. I'm just completely lost. Wait a second, I can take pawn takes and rook e2. Probably the endgame is lost as well. But you have also like here. I think I have to go for this. It's not great, but it is what it is. And rook d1 and bishop d5. I blundered so many things in this game, but still. I will win this pawn. Maybe I will have some counterplay on the g file. No, I'm just lost. There is queen f4 here and jack. Only one takes here, and this should be just completely winning. And that is lost, but that needs to be found, yeah. Opponent down to 3 minutes. Maybe it will be a blitz soon. This is weird. Your idea is to go here, but you're not threatening mate or something. Oh, but you are. I cannot take here due to. Okay, I go f3. Nothing special. Of course, I'm just lost. b5, nothing special. I took on f7, and now the king is very loose. If you take, I don't take back. I play rook g1. How do you defend mate? Very hard to do so. Actually, probably have to play king g7 here to be kind of okay. Yeah. Of course, my opponent finds it. I mean, he's playing so great this game. Of course. How could I even expect my opponent not to play that? Kind of frustrating. No, this doesn't work. I could play here though. But just rook d6. This is the threat. Well, this is actually a threat of winning the game. Because here and there it is. But how to defend it? You cannot move your king. And you just lose, yeah? I think you are losing now. What can you do? I think rook e1 just wins the game on the spot. d3 I just win. For one tempo I finally win. This is over. You cannot do anything. Rook h2. Rook h2. You still just lose. Yeah? d3 I take. Let's go, he blundered rook e1. And I found it. Which was crucial move in this game. I was lost the whole game, but then I won. We have to take on h2. And then after takes, rook g2 back, and you're still completely lost. Here and I go here. No more checks, and you resign. Maybe he will resign just right away. I mean, it's kind of playable because you have this check and then maybe d3. But then I still have here and then check, and probably your king is getting mated somehow. Maybe the valuation of this position is made in something for white, but I guess it's not because you can take here with the queen. Then maybe Stockfish might as well calculate some mates in 40 or something. No, but this is just lost. Excuse me, for my opponent, he was playing just great match, I think. Great game. He was better from the beginning. Rook G. Oh, I blundered. Yeah. I mean, I missed that he has Rook G6. Can go here, here, here. Wait, I'm not winning anymore. What the? How did I miss that? And what can I do especially? If I give check here. Apparently I'm not winning. But I will go check anyway. Check and then pick up here. Check, rook e7 is check. King f7, I go rook f7. We go to h7, now I have bishop g6 losing the game. I could take, but then probably pawn takes. But what else can I do? And you have to play queen c1, otherwise you are probably slightly worse. But it's made, so I will just take here, maybe play king g2. Oh, king g2. Shit. But that's just a threat, yeah. But this just loses. Here. Oh, I thought he has to take. Of course. Great. Tito. I resign now. What can I say? He played pretty great. Can't believe I lose to them. Yeah, my opponent played with 85% accuracy for this aggressive game. That's pretty much perfect. I played with 76. So let's see what have happened. I played e4. My opponent played c5 and c3, g6, d4, and bishop g7. Here the best way is to take and then play bishop g7 or d5. But okay. Now he played knight f6, and after e5 here, the best way is to capture here. But I played c4, which is a mistake due to knight e7. But my opponent played knight b4, which I thought was pretty logical. d5 and d6, yeah. Now a3 was the only good move. I took instead. Queen a5 is better. Wow, I forgot about that. Also, bishop f5 is logical. But my opponent just took, which is normal. And now a3 was just much better, which I think it's logical. I played 93 instead, blundering bishop f5. Now knight b5, of course. Queen d7 and knight a3. defending here, but I'm just lost after e6. And if it takes, I mean queen takes, this endgame is apparently just lost. Okay, I didn't think so. My opponent castled. I played bishop e2, e6 takes, and queen takes was fine. It's -3 castles, just perfect moves. Knight h4 was mistake. What can I do here? Um, bishop e3 of course. Rook, knight b5 here actually. Rook d1, knight c2. I think this wasn't that bad, but of course I'm just lost. Bishop f3 and queen defends the bishop, and I'm just lost here. So what have happened? Just for me to rewind. Here my queen got trapped after knight c2. I cannot move the queen, so I calculated it here, here, and rook d2 attacks here, here, and knight c7. And I'm only down 5 points of material, and you cannot just save everything. Knight takes on g2 was fine. I took queen e4 was check. I played bishop f3 with an idea of here that I should be better after knight d6. Maybe better is slightly over exaggerated, but you cannot defend the rook. So he played queen e5 instead, and I'm just lost. I played king here because rook g1 was an idea. Knight d4 now. I took and played rook d1 and here and bishop d5. No, rook d1 firstly, and now bishop d5. Nothing special. I think I just completely lost this. And now king g7 I think was the only way. Well, if you take it apparently, I mean, I think that you're just losing. Wait, rook g6 is fine. Well, going into this, okay, I get it. But still, king g7, very good move. Takes. Here, rook e1, and there is only one. No, it's not only one move. Queen d6 is apparently also fine. I mean, this makes zero sense. I mean, it is logical, but here, if we go on to more lines, where is it? No, where is it? Engine. Oh, number of lines. If we go to 3, for example, it's better for white. The third line. So we had to play rook g6 here. King g7. What happens if king f? Oh, king f7. I just take it probably. And yes, I just lost, but there is nothing to fight on here. I mean, what can I say? I completely lost today's game. He completely outplayed me, but he's on 1800 just outplayed me, which is painful. But yes, if you have anything to tell me, please let me know in the comments below. I will be reading and answering all of your comments. And of course, as always, if you like the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It will really help me out. And see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.